Okay, so welcome to episode 23 of Suitcase Divas podcast. My name is Denise Diobaldi with Redbirds Travel.
And I'm Cheryl Garcia with ABCD Adventures.
Yeah, so on this one, we did a Divas day trip to a little well-known place named Buc-ee's. Have you heard of Buc-ee's? If you haven't, maybe you've been living under a rock because that's all anybody can talk about. So we did this day trip and we headed out there. It was about 2.5 hours away. Florence, South Carolina is the closest one to us. So just to give you a little bit of inside scoop, I did a little digging and there was actually a really good Southern Livings magazine article here. So I'm going to give you guys some information about Buc-ee's just in case you don't know. The mascot is a beaver. It was based on the owner's nickname was Beaver when he was a kid, and a combination of his Labrador retriever named Buck. So he's a dog lover. Yay. So we already like him, correct, Cheryl?
Yes.
All right. And it holds the record for the world's largest convenience store. So yeah, some of them are shy of 68,000 square feet. So they can be very large. It never closes. It's open all year round, literally like 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So you can always hit a Buc-ee's, even on Christmas Day, even on Thanksgiving. The first one is based out of Texas, and there's tons of them in Texas. I want to say there's like over 20. And they started in 1982. It holds the record for the world's longest car wash, 255-foot car wash, and that's in Katy, Texas. Each Buc-ee's location averages around 100 gas pumps. So it's not like you're rolling in there and you're going to have to be waiting in line for a gas
Right.
pump.
Yeah.
So the barbecue is made in-house and daily, and we'll get into a little bit more about that and our thoughts about that. The drink fountains offers both Coca-Cola and Pepsi products. So definitely giving you options if you're Team Coke or Team Pepsi. They have their most popular snack food is called beaver nuggets. And we're going to tell you a little bit more about that as well. So Buc-ee's was originally known for the cleanest bathrooms and the cheapest ice. So keeping that in mind, we will go into our thoughts about that. And so the other thing is that you may or may not know is it's more than just gas, food, and drinks. So they have the Buc-ee's beaver souvenirs, all kinds of, and we'll go into that too. The fudge is made in-house daily. So, and it is delicious, and they also have the glazed nuts in there that they don't mention in here, but it smells delicious when they have those warm nuts. And the other thing is that they don't tell you is everybody assumes that this is a truck stop, but is it a truck stop, Cheryl?
No, it's not. And this was a very interesting thing that we found while driving up there and then doing our research on Buc-ee's. Surprisingly, it's not a truck stop. Dictionary.com defines a truck stop as a large roadside service station and restaurant for truck drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Buc-ee's does not allow semis or large vehicles like that.
And we didn't see it because we didn't take note, but there has been documentation that there are even signs that say no 18-wheelers allowed.
Yeah, I did not see that anywhere when we were driving around.
We weren't looking, but
the full tour around. So truck stops usually have showers, diners, restaurants, and Buc-ee's did not have showers. And
yeah,
we did not find when we were doing our research, and Denise, you'll can attest to this. We did get mixed information. Some articles said Buc-ee's does have showers, but other articles and other resources absolutely says they do not have showers. So the Buc-ee's we were at in Florence, South Carolina did not have showers.
It did not.
There were no semis. It was very interesting because it didn't even come up to us until later that, we didn't see that because there was no big sign that says no 18-wheelers allowed. So we were surprised to find out that it's really not a truck stop. So then that kind
of a lot of things, but it's not a truck stop.
Right. So, and when we looked into the history of it, it's listed as a convenience store. Again, it does not allow semis or big rigs. It does not have any showers. Now, the other thing that you might be wondering, is it RV friendly? Again, in our research, that's a hit or miss. Like we were getting
I saw
conflicting,
tons of RVs there though. I
but I will
saw
tell you,
campers.
when people are traveling in RVs, they're looking for I'm assuming they're looking for all one-stop shop kind of thing for where they're stopping to get gas, where they're stopping to snack, break for the night, whatever.
Yeah.
Buc-ee's does not have dump stations, which
Right.
RVs usually tend to look for that when they are looking to stop. I could not find any clear yes or no on whether they allowed overnights with the RVs. So some say yes, some say no
Maybe it
on the
depends on the
review.
location, like how strict
So
some of
when I will tell you this, so truck stops usually have the truck stops I traditionally remember or think of as a truck stop. They usually have an app. Most of them do, and in each of those apps, they'll tell you what's available at that location. Because not all truck stops will have a dump station. Not all truck stops will have showers. But on
and
the
does Buc-ee's have
apps,
an app?
Buc-ee's does not have an app. So again, but it's
Ah,
not a truck
gotcha.
stop. So if you look
Gotcha.
at
Gotcha.
Love's or Pitt or Flying J, I mean not Pitt,
Mhm.
Pilot or Flying J, they all have apps and
Gotcha.
you can pull up on the map the closest one, and as you click on them, they will tell you what they have at their location. So you can't, Buc-ee's doesn't have that. So it just is another thing in
Interesting.
that column to classify it not as a
They're
truck.
like, we're not a truck stop.
Yes.
Stop calling us a truck stop, damn
So
it.
it's very interesting because, we all had expectation or assumptions, Denise and I did, of what we would imagine Buc-ee's to be. So the interesting thing about this week's podcast is it's going to include the audio and video that we recorded today, as well as what we recorded on our trip. So you're getting ready to see and hear about our expectations. As we were driving to Buc-ee's, we were about 5 minutes out, and we kind of paused and said, okay, what are our expectations? So listen to what we originally thought we would see when we got to Buc-ee's. We are 5-ish minutes from pulling up to Buc-ee's.
Yay.
So I thought we could set our expectations because I feel like this is built up.
I'm super excited. I've heard a lot of people talking about it and saying how amazing it is and bring
What are
some
you
money.
imagining? Yeah, bring money. That's what we
money.
heard.
They
What are you
have
imagining when
everything.
we pull up? Are you imagining? You know what I'm thinking of? Is National Lampoon's Vacation when they pull up and it's so disheartening because it's closed. Like we're building this big old thing up. They drove across the country, built this up, and then we show up and
But how could that many people be
I don't know.
wrong?
But I'm expecting. I always relate things to like movies and whatnot, but I think that's funny. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm hoping it's fucking fabulous. I hope it's big and bright and has lots of shiny things.
Right, I'm expecting it to be definitely a shiny object in the middle of an oasis because that's kind of the vibe I get. Like we're gonna just be wowed.
Right.
Now, granted, we do have to disclaimer: we are not at the biggest or the most newest one,
No.
so we are taking that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
So
It's the overall experience and ambiance that we're looking for.
and we're ready for some food. So hopefully,
Yes.
they've got this food lives up to what everybody's saying. So we'll let y'all know.
Yeah.
All right, so that was our expectations. And I'll say when we pulled up, I was expecting what you would normally see at a truck stop, big, tall areas for truckers to go in, like the gas is taller. It would, and as we know now, Buc-ee's is not a truck stop. So it was, yeah, it was really nice. And it was clean. The parking lot, I did have a little excitement navigating all the stop signs because it was very well laid out as far as driving. It just took you a minute. It takes some paying attention. But what did you think of your first impressions?
Listen, I think it was great. It was big, just like I thought. Just looking at the outside, there was a lot of different areas for pets to walk around, use the restroom. They had a lot of receptacles, and they actually had a funny sign that was like, if you can't train your dog to clean up after himself, please go ahead and do it for them. So that was kind of funny. Like they want you to And I'm all about cleaning up after your pet. That's one of my biggest pet peeves is if people do not pick up their dog poo.
Right.
There's a special place in hell for you.
Yeah. So the whole place, even just driving around, so clean. So then we
It
parked.
was very clean.
Yeah.
And fenced in because it was near a highway. So I
Yeah.
like that they have it fenced in so that if you have dogs and little kids that are running around just to get out some steam or stretch your legs, I do like that it was all fenced off and in this little separate area. So that
Right.
part was cool.
Yeah.
Listen, I am super stoked at this point. I cannot wait for us to get in there and see what all it has. Not to mention, we both had to pee like a racehorse, so we had to get
we're
in.
hungry. Yeah, because at this point it's like 12:30. So that leads us into here is the clip from us going in and grabbing our lunch.
All right, guys. So we just went in to Buc-ee's.
Yep.
And we grabbed our lunch. And what did you grab?
And I grabbed a celebratory. You can show them my cup first.
Okay.
Show them my cup.
So, hey, we'll feature you can put Suitcase Divas on the back.
That's right. I got some Prosecco. I got a Buc-ee's cup.
See the sun.
I'm like a freaking disco ball at all times. Okay, so I will open this and we will do a toast as we are discussing our thoughts.
So while she's working on that, I'll tell you, it is big.
It's very
very
big.
big.
Mhm.
It's got shopping carts to walk
And
around.
the bathrooms are beautiful and clean. Like I literally walked out of the bathroom and she was cleaning it behind me.
Right. And I love that it is actual doors. Like they go up high, they come down low.
Big stalls.
There's no
very
cracks.
big stalls.
And yeah. Here, I'll hold your cup.
Okay.
I am not partaking because I do have to drive us the 2.5 hours home.
So I'm taking one for the team,
Yeah,
Cheryl.
Since we usually do have wine or something on our episodes.
That's
but
right.
I'm drinking iced coffee. So
What did you think of the coffee?
well, when I like when people make my coffee. So the way they had it set up, I do love iced coffee. And this is because I'm not coffee savvy. Like I like it when I go places and they tell me, I say, this is kind of what I like. Can you just tell me what I should have? Because I don't know enough about coffee, just that I like to drink coffee all day. So they've got what I did like, they had their iced coffee brewed so that I could just go and pour it in my cup, get my ice. And then they had lots, and Denise took some pictures, so we'll make sure those are posted. But they had a lot of sweeteners and creamers.
A lot of different creamer varieties and syrups. There are syrups that you could add.
They did not have a large variety of sugar-free. They had one sugar-free syrup.
Yeah.
They did not have any sugar-free creamer because I drink so much coffee all day, I try to stick with sugar-free, all of that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they didn't have any sugar-free creamer, and they had one sugar-free syrup, which was like a vanilla, I believe, which I guess if you're going to have sugar, it could be the basic.
There's
vanilla.
a lot going on in there though. So, I mean, they not only do they sell the brisket, the pulled pork, there's tons of different stations where they've got almost like charcuterie prepackaged,
which was
charcuterie
awesome.
board.
Yes.
They had deli sandwich stuff.
They did have tacos that you can get.
And the lady's yelling at her dog. Jesus, lady, settle down. All right, back on track.
This is a nice way to people watch too, because we did park a little further away.
Well, and so my biggest takeaway that I'm surprised about is there's absolutely nowhere to picnic, like no picnic tables, no
inside
tables
or out, nowhere.
inside or out. So essentially, like if you're coming here and you're getting stuff, you're sitting in your car, hence,
right?
Like we're doing right now, and you're eating in your car. There's no place to like picnic or do anything like that.
On a road trip and you are wanting to get out, stretch your legs,
maybe have a picnic lunch.
And they have it smells amazing in there, but sit out and
have the roasted nuts.
Yeah, which we'll go back in. Yeah. We just grabbed food and came out, but there's really nowhere to sit down.
That was the most lackluster.
Yeah. Because and maybe this isn't it has to be classified as a truck stop. We're gonna have to look into that. People stopping here on a road trip have nowhere to go and sit with their kids.
Weird.
I mean, I will say there's grass.
If we brought a picnic blanket or there's places you could sit on the ground, but I would never do that.
Yeah, you could always buy the Buc-ee chair that's in there.
Camping chair.
They did
Yeah.
have cute Buc-ee
Pop
camping
a
chair.
squat out here.
But we're gonna do a tour. We're gonna do a drive around and see. Maybe we missed a section outside.
So yeah,
that had a
she
picnic
did say I asked the lady, the lovely lady that checked us out. She said it gets crazy here on weekends. There's like a 25-minute wait to even get into the door in the parking lot. She said people are backed up on I-95 for like 20 minutes, even
We're
just
here
to
on
get
a
in here.
Tuesday. And
Yeah.
we got here about what, 12:30?
She said on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 3 today.
Oh wow. It was. People don't know how to walk. They're in the middle. So, and the lady we were coming up and she just stopped in the middle, and both Denise and I had to go, one on the left, one on the right. And I get it, just people didn't know how to walk.
But there's like anything. There's gift items. There's jewelry.
We're totally going back in and checking out.
There's shirts. There's all kinds of novelty stuff.
So our plan is to come out, eat some lunch.
Lots of jerky.
We're gonna go check that out because you can get it already prepackaged or go up to the counter.
Yeah.
And then, so we didn't really check that out. But here is what I got. Let's walk you through what we got. I have no idea what it is. Beaver nuggets.
And of course, Buc-ee is a beaver. Just
And
FYI.
We like beavers. So
He is our mascot. Cheryl, do tell. What do those smell like? Is it
sweet?
Misty doesn't like sweet.
Let's see, smell it. It's like a it smells like caramel.
It smells like vanilla extract to me.
Yeah, it's got brown sugar.
Yes. It is very sweet.
It does. I actually don't even see. I can't read this. I don't have rope glasses on. Let's see. The bag is very heavy.
What do you think?
Oh, I like it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's not my jam.
If you like caramel popcorn, this is so much because I like caramel pop. I like flavored popcorn, but I don't like popcorn because I don't like it getting stuck in your
Yes,
teeth. I
that's the
don't
thing.
like
Popcorn smells delicious. Not worth it though.
this. You
No,
don't want to try it? Here's a tiny one
Nah.
to say that you had some beaver nuggets. Okay.
I think I'm gonna pass on the beaver nuggets.
I wish they had like I haven't seen it, like a sample pack because they had other flavor beaver nuggets and every beaver is different. You don't know what you want. So I'd like to try a variety of beaver nuggets.
Alrighty then. Well, there you have our initial feedback.
Okay, so wait, we're gonna open up our sandwiches because you said they're known for their brisket.
Oh, they are known for their brisket.
So we each got, which was $8.50 for the sandwich.
It's a big sandwich.
It is. I tried to find a smaller one because it's huge. And they were making them as
right
we
there.
were
Yep.
walking up.
So they are fresh. They reload them every few minutes.
Let's see what it looks like, guys. It smells good. I got forks because there's no way I'm
That is smart.
biting and chunking into this because it's going to be messy.
There's no way I could eat that whole thing, by the way. That's
I know.
ridiculously
We
huge.
should just eat this one and you save that one for Nick.
All right. Cool beans.
So I'm going to flip it over. Shit. I don't know how we're going to do this. We had planned to have a seat, but again, if you
There's
come
no
here
seats.
at this particular one.
Yeah.
Oh, and the reflection. But here's the sandwich.
I was trying to block it out.
I know.
I don't think
Well, we learn each new episode. We learn something new. Smells good. All right, I brought forks. They're in this bag.
Good job.
Oh no, they're not. They're in my purse. So let's see. Oh, more napkins because we were not prepared to eat in the car.
Well, we weren't prepared to be hanging out in the car in general. We thought that we would be
Okay, let me
at a
set this
table of some sort.
Even if it was outside, we came prepared to eat outside. That we totally get that. You don't want a bunch of people hanging in
Yeah.
inside, but like I said, there's no seat out period.
They really should have some picnic tables. Maybe
Yeah.
they don't want to deal with the mess. People leave trash. I bet you that's
Because
what
it is very clean. Their
It's
entire
very
parking lot
clean.
is clean. All right, here we go, Denise.
Okay.
All right, you want the top bun or just?
No, I just want a little bit of
I know that's what I was.
Just give me a little
said.
meat. All right. Oh, I got a tiny bit of bread. Okay.
I know we should have just made that a brisket bowl. Brisket bowl would be a good option.
Ooh,
Is it good?
it's good. And I don't usually eat red meat, but this is good.
Oh, that is good. It's very tender.
Very tender.
Now, I did get the chopped. They had it sliced.
They did have sliced.
Which I'm glad I got chopped, because you imagine trying to eat sliced in the car with nowhere to sit down.
It's very delicious. It
is
really
very
is.
good.
It is a good
Sandwich.
Sure, yeah. That's what it is. I'm gonna have some more meat.
Oh, please, yeah.
I keep getting a little bit of bun, which is actually nice.
Yeah, but I'm not a big, I would eat this as an open sandwich.
Oh, this
I'm
one.
going to put that on your lap. So don't move. Okay. Okay, now it's getting hot as shit in here.
It is hot in here.
Let me crack a window. Actually, I can open
Okay,
this
so
door.
we think that the sandwich is amazing. It actually is really delicious. It's weird. There's no tables, but we'll stay tuned.
Yeah.
We'll keep in touch.
We'll come back.
Oh, I gotta open this window first.
All right. So we had just had a great lunch. It was not quite what we expected because we had to eat it in the car, but overall we had a great time. And then we headed back in to check out the shopping side of Buc-ee's. What did you think of the shopping side, Denise?
Yeah, so I was thoroughly impressed with the shopping selections at Buc-ee's. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got like, and it goes, yeah, it's almost overwhelming because there's like camping chairs and coolers and like a hunting section. There's like a whole section of like t-shirts, and then you got the Buc-ee swag with the stuffed animals. There's even like baby clothes. There's signs that you can put on your, just funny signs that you put in your house. There was like cutting boards and all different array of stuff that you can buy. Souvenir stuff, food stuff, candy, cotton candy. They have a whole section in the back with your soda beverages, beer, wine, Prosecco, all that good stuff. So it was a plethora of wide variety of things to buy, and we were there for it. We went there, right, Cheryl?
We sure did. Yes, we what I found interesting, they had grills, like full-size grills you could buy.
Yeah,
they
smokers.
had deer feeder stands, the tall ones, not the, they're all portable, but they were the tall metal ones. I was very surprised by the variety of things that they had.
Truly.
We, of course,
jewelry. They had like diamond and necklace sets.
They sure did. Yeah.
You can
And
get
the
it
whole
all.
decor was really nice. They had a whole section of bath and candles and smell good. So it was very broad of what you could get. And
Like
of course,
slate cutting boards and stuff, like variety.
So we, of
Lots
course,
of good
did some
gifts.
shopping. That's what I was gonna say. We did some good shopping. So let's talk about what we ended up getting, which, by the way, I see Denise's. We both got our
souvenir
Buc-ee's
cup
wine tumbler. Super cute. We both, as you know, we drink wine on every episode. So we now have a new addition to our wine glasses. But what else what did you grab while we were there, Denise?
I just pretty much got some trinket type gifts, chapstick, chocolates. I'm gonna throw in like the Happy Valentine's Day, by the way.
You too.
I love you so much, Cheryl.
We are recording on Wednesday, February 14th.
Yes. Yep. So yeah, I got some cotton candy. Oh, they had these cute little tins. They got tins. I got a new nail file with the Buc-ee the beaver on there. Who doesn't love that?
Super cute. And it was cheap. Like I shouldn't say cheap.
Everything that we bought was very reasonable. Like this nail file was like $1. The chapstick was like $1. The cotton candy was maybe $1.98. Oh, I got some little beer or soda koozies with the Buc-ee's face on it, like $1.98. Everything I bought was super reasonable. I think their t-shirts, like they're known for their souvenir t-shirts with Buc-ee on it. I want to say those were like $17.99, but that seems like a standard souvenir rate to me.
Right, I agree. Yeah. We did get, and I think everything, like you said, was the souvenir aspect of it was very reasonable. If you wanted
I got
something
fudge.
with the Buc-ee. Oh, and the cooler bags. We did get cooler bags.
Yeah.
$2.99. They
Yeah,
were
for your
really
like your
cute.
grocery cooler bags. And I got some fudge and it was like a variety pack. It was like 1.5 or 2 pounds. It was a heavy little box. I think it was like $15 and it had like maybe 12 or 15 samples of
Right.
fudge. So I thought everything I got, I was super happy with. And I wasn't looking for anything. So that's
Right.
pretty cool.
So
Yeah. So
yeah.
I thought it was great.
I thought so too. We had fun. We walked away with some souvenirs. We spent a lot of time there. So that kind of leads us into our final thoughts of the whole Buc-ee daytime diva trip. What was your final thoughts of the whole thing?
Listen, I I thought it was great. I mean, if it was like 100 miles out of my way on a road trip, I probably wouldn't veer off there. But as far as like if it was in my vicinity, I would absolutely. And I'm kind of really hoping that we do another trip to the Sevierville that's in Tennessee.
Mhm.
That's supposedly their biggest one, and that was just built, I think, in 2019, if I'm correct in that. But I think Buc-ee's is great. I would absolutely go back there. Um, my biggest takeaway is that they don't have seats, so don't go in there thinking you're going to sit down and have a meal. But despite that fact, I thought it was very clean. Bathrooms were super clean. Like literally, I walked out of the restroom, I went pee, and the lady's cleaning the bathroom behind me.
Right.
So it was very clean. That does live up to the hype for the cleanest bathrooms. And the variety was amazing. I mean, so many different variations of syrups and coffee creamers for those people. Alex would be stoked with the slushy selection. The fact that they have Coke and Pepsi products, and I saw like a raspberry or a peach soda. I don't know which company makes that, but there was a lot of different fountain soda options. And I did take a bunch of pictures, so we'll be sure to tie all that in there of what we captured on our Divas day trip to Buc-ee's.
Yeah. So I agree with pretty much everything you said. My final thoughts on it is it was a fun experience, but it would not be my go-to for the main stopping point on a road trip because there is nowhere to get out and stretch your legs and have a meal and just sit down if you wanted to. And if
Right.
you're on a long road trip and you need a break out of the car, having somewhere to sit, whether it's a bench or a
I do
picnic
agree.
table, is important.
100%.
I
Yep.
also think that I was very surprised to really dive deep into the whole truck stop versus not truck stop thing during the prep and adventure through this whole episode. So I do want to tell everybody, wherever you're stopping, if it's not just one right off the exit and you're looking for something specific, whether it be the RV dump stations or somewhere to sit down and eat, or a shower if you need a shower, make sure you're looking that up at the locations to see what they offer before you go. I do think we need to start classifying Buc-ee's as they classify themselves as just one of the largest convenience stores, because that's really what it
Yeah.
was.
And I mean, I think that a lot of the hype is just for the beaver. Like people think it's funny
Right.
to have a beaver as a mascot. And if that's your bag, then you're going to go out of your way to go to Buc-ee's.
Right. It was a fun experience. So I'm so glad
It
we did
was.
it. And we had a great day with our Diva day trip.
Yes, it was fabulous.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Have a great day.